the last couple days he hasn't even gone back toward them like that.
How we doing, guys? It's a great night to open some 2020 Top Series 1 hobby boxes. Last night we were shorted 2 silver packs. Oh, geez. Let's hope that tonight we are not shorted 2 silver packs. What's up, Brandon? Let us hope we are not shorted tonight. How you doing tonight, Brandon? Man, we had a monster case earlier in the hey, Brandon. It's Brandon 1 and Brandon 2. Uh-oh. It's the original Brandon 1 and Brandon 2. All right, here we go. 2020 Top Series 1 Hobby Full Case eBay break number 2. James C. has the Diamondbacks and Braves. Marie the Orioles, Astros. Mandy the Red Sox. Robert H. the Cubs. Mark M. the White Sox. Andy L. the Angels. Maya M. Royals. Marlins Twins. Robert B. Rockies Tigers. Daniel L. has the Indians. Nolan Ryan bought the Reds? I can't believe it. Lori C. has the Dodgers. Jane C. has the Brewers. Robert A. the Mets. Braden K. the Yankees. William H. the A's. Brandon Hippler, Rays and Rangers. Butch, the Cardinals. Justin, the Mariners. Jonathan, the Padres. Kevin T., the Pirates. Ryan F., the Blue Jays. And Tony S., the Nationals. I appreciate everyone paying promptly. You guys are fantastic. That is always much appreciated. What's up, Rob? What's up, Garrett? It is another fine night. Earlier, the case break, full case jumbo we had in the hello, Mandy, in the Facebook group. What do we have? We pulled that Tatis patch auto out of 25. We pulled Nico Horner out of 199. We pulled Gavin Lux. We pulled Aquino. It was a beautiful case. A beautiful case. It's going to take us about 2.5 hours to get through. So we shall not wait around for it. Yeah, the Facebook thing, I mean, who knew, Rob? I'll be honest with you, who knew? I mean, it's just been, look at that, woo! That's one better than yesterday. Is that on purpose, Brandon R., or is that like an accident? I mean, is that a real thing? What's up, Dane? Hey. Maybe Ian could do that while you sort of... Oh, you guys are?
Yep, we got all sorted.
All right, now shut up and open the packs. Jeez, Dune, shut up and open the packs. What's the matter with you? Fernando Tatis, Aaron Judge, Yelich, and Aaron Judge. We went to the Aaron Judge well twice. You are in my way. Hold on one second. Let me get things out of my way. You are in my way. Put you back over here. And you guys are not. Thank you very much. So since we have a big chunk, or at least a chunk of the RCB crew here, we're going to do the early break is going to be, the 4 p.m. break is going to be the Leaf Ultimate Baseball. And I'll post that first thing in the morning. But then I wonder if we ought to do a second second Facebook group break and do a jumbo case, another jumbo case. I kind of like that idea, Cal Ripken Jr., because I think we can get 2 in before the eBay break starts, so we might do that. I'll post something in the Facebook group. We'll see. People will probably say no and then get all sneaky about it. And then when I post it, they'll bum rush it. What's up, Sam? Everyone say hi to Brandon Hippler. Brandon's one of the originals. He went away for a while. I'm not going to say he was in prison, but I've seen the tattoos. And now he's back, or out. whichever way you want to look at it. So everyone wish him well. He only had to shank 4 people while he was in. Congratulations. I had to shank many more. You know, but I'm pretty. And Brandon's just not as pretty as I am. It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Yeah, what are we labeling this last one?
The one, the Facebook one?
Yeah.
Nico Horner Facebook. J1 is fine. JT Real Muto.
S1, J1.
S1, yeah, J1. It is tough. It is tough, Brandon. But we're here for you. But we're here for you. Oh. We will try to help your transition back to the real world be better than the old guy in Shawshank Redemption. You know what I'm talking about? His name Red. Pete foil. Pete rainbow foil. We're going to put Pete in a sleeve. And yes, of course, I am kidding. No one freak out. Oh my lord, I can't believe he's saying that right over YouTube. Yes, YouTube, it is a joke. Brandon was not in prison. He was in drug rehab. It's kind of the same, but it's different. Okay, he wasn't in drug rehab either. Any variation of Pete? Well, we pulled the polar bear Pete, but we haven't pulled what did CL call it? Nipples Pete? Is that what CL called it? We haven't pulled that yet. If that's the one you're asking about. But maybe just for you, Garrick, we'll pull that one tonight. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Stripper Pete. Okay, that's what it's called. Gotcha. What are you saying that? Oh, did they? Okay. Alright, I didn't know they were calling it Stripper Pete. My bad.
Makes sense.
I don't keep up on all the baseball jargon. JD Martinez out of 299. Here's to hoping that we get a big SSP like we did last night at Keno. But we also get better, and Lux, we also get better autographs than we did last night. My lord, those autographs were a little rough. They was a little ugly, Pete. My early prediction, who will not win the World Series, will be the Los Angeles Dodgers. They will find a way to lose it. I am going out on a, you know what, I'm just going to remind you all that I called Washington Nationals winning the World Series when the playoffs started. So I just want, you know, and I also called Mookie Betts being traded to the Dodgers. You know, my powers of insight are incredible. My power, except where the Giants are concerned, because if you remember that I said the Giants would make the playoffs. So we will ignore that part. We'll ignore that little tidbit of information. I said second wild card. I might have been a little off with that one. Might have been a little off. I'm going to say, let's see. You know what? I think if there were going to be a year for the Dodgers, it would be this year. I will say that. Uh-oh, congratulations. Trent Grisham, Milwaukee Brewers. Well, that snuck up on me. That wasn't supposed to be in that pack. Trent Grisham. I think this year sets up for it to be a Dodger kind of year. I don't think the Braves are ready yet. I think the Braves next year. I just don't think the Braves are quite there yet. I like the Reds to make the playoffs. I don't like the Reds to win the World Series. Not this year. I like boy. Better record than last year? What was the record last year? I don't even know. What is it, 27 wins? 28 wins? Now they have 70-something wins. They're only predicted this year to have 70. Let's see, who? It's the Cardinals in the Central that they're predicting to come out of there. I don't think so. I don't think it's the Cardinals year. They haven't done enough to improve themselves. Though I think it would probably... Actually, I think the Reds have a good chance of winning that division this year. The West will be the Dodgers. The East... Now, the East is an interesting setup because I'll tell you, I think the Mets are going to be a better team this year than they were last year. And, of course, the Rays are going to be there. But the American League is the intriguing part. The American League is the intriguing part. I don't want to say what's in my heart because it's a little embarrassing to say. It is a little embarrassing to say. But in my heart, I feel like this might be the year for the Oakland A's. In my heart, I feel like this might be the year for the Oakland A's. I don't know why I feel like that. But I think Houston is still going to be a good team. I think they're going to be able to put all that stuff behind them. And I don't think the Angels... I think Joey Bart can win a spot out of spring training, Brandon. That's what I think. I think that kid is that good. Or, if you look at the reverse of that, Buster Posey is starting to fall down a little bit. I like the Mets. I like the Mets. I like the Braves. I like the Braves a lot. If the Braves were the team that came out of the National League this year, I would not be surprised in the least. I really would not. 77? Who, Mandy? I don't know. I'm saying like 72, maybe. If the Giants got to 500, I'm not sure how that helps them. That puts you down on the draft pick. If you're going to suck, just suck. Ty Cobb gold out of 50. I don't mind if they just suck. Detroit's on the board. And look at that, genuine Ty Cobb autograph. Yeah, they got this autograph earlier this year at a baseball card show in South Carolina. I just want to say that. This is a genuine. If I am wrong, feel free to write a nasty email to Topps and tell them that they should put a real Ty Cobb autograph on this card. Current one, not old one. It's hard to really say, though. Pete Alonso. In the National League or the American League? If they're healthy, I mean, we already had this discussion, and I picked Soler from the Kansas City Royals in the American League, and Pete in the National League. That's who I'm going with. Now, if they're healthy, you'd be dumb, which I might be, to root against the Yankees, Aaron Judge or Stanton. But I'm still going with Soler. That's what my gut tells me. I go with my gut most of the time. I think that is a little low, Garrick. I think that's low. No, I don't think Acuna is ever going to be if he does, the next year he'll have been suspended for PEDs. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Acuna is ever going to be able to... There's some monsters. And Pete, I mean, come on. Pete's just such a... if Pete goes down, maybe. But I think in the American League, if Alvarez can bounce back from... I don't think Acuna's got a 50 home run in a season in it. I don't believe that. What does he hit? What did he hit the last couple of years? Has he hit 40? I think Yordan Alvarez is a little scary for people. If he has not been figured out, I think he is one that is going to hit a lot of home runs too. He hit 41. I still don't see him getting past 44, 45. You know what? More power to him. If that's his goal, I hope he gets there. But I hope he doesn't do it on the back of his team winning. You know what I'm saying? All the chasing the personal stuff. I don't know. I can see 40-40. Payment received. Who paid me? I thought everyone paid me. Clearly, I am wrong. You know, it's hard to predict, though, with the teams until you really get until, you know, close to the All-Star game. That's when you really start seeing who is shaping up to be what. Because I do feel like there's going to be a surprise team. Oh, it's a bid. My bad. I do feel like there's going to be like the Twins were last year. I think the Twins are going to be a good team, but I don't think they have enough to finish it off. I think the Yankees have enough to finish it off. If they can, Grandal, if they can stay healthy, I think the Yankees have enough to finish it off. Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair bet. But I think there's going to be a surprise. Arizona Diamondbacks or Cleveland Indians. Oh, Cleveland's not as much of a surprise. You know, something like that. Tampa Bay Rays. I really think the Tampa Bay Rays are hugely underrated. And again, I said this earlier this year. If the Rays won the American League East, I would not be surprised at all. I know that's a very bold statement, but it would not surprise me. I mean, if they won 98 games, I'd be like, yeah. I mean, they're always right in there somewhere. Now that I say Oakland out loud, it doesn't feel good, so maybe I'm going to retract that. I don't know. I think if you were the early better, you have to bet Yankees, Dodgers in the World Series, right? I don't see how you could bet against that right now. It seemed kind of, I think you'd be homering a lot. Fernando Tatis. There's a sleeper team. I think San Diego's a good sleeper team. Tatis SP. So we're going to get a lot of SPs out of this. Let's hope we get some SSPs. No. Well, I don't. You know what? Clayton Kershaw, when he is healthy, you can tell me I'm wrong all you want. He is still the best pitcher in the game when he's healthy. Because for the limited amount of time he has been healthy, he still puts up ridiculous numbers. If he could just stay healthy, the guy's 20 wins without even thinking about it, you know? Dodgers are a good team. I don't think you can count on Boston in the East. I would love to say that the Angels could compete in the West. I just don't think they can. I don't think they have any pitching, and the teams don't win the World Series on offense. They win the World Series on defense. Are you in this break, Robert? I pulled a nice Nico Horner orange refractor auto on a half case a few days ago. On a half case break? Yeah, he is. Well, we pulled a Nico Horner black auto in our Facebook break earlier today, so, anything's possible with us. We are done with half case breaks, except for potentially some of the Bowman draft and Bowman draft. Outside of that, we're going to run full case breaks. There's just no reason to do half casers anymore for us, which is a good problem to have. And honestly, I don't think if we did any more eBay breaks, we would really miss it a lot. Except that I like to use eBay is a good feeder for the Facebook group. We pick up lots of great people off of eBay. Boba foil. Nice. Bow nose. Is he a first ballot Hall of Famer? I don't think he's a. I don't know that he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think his production has dropped up so much in the last few years. Robert. You have to sign the guys, though. You had to sign them. I mean, at the point that you signed him, he was one of the studs of the game. You got to do what you got to do. Still a great player. I don't think so. I mean, the thing is, I still think the last few years of production has been so brutal. If he gets in like 80, something like that, 80%. But I don't think a Triple Crown guarantees you anything. If that were the case, then Denny McClain, who won 30 games, should be in the Hall of Fame, because winning 30 games is just as tough. You would. Oh, they have not. This is stats for years. What player are you watching? Look at that man. The man's 800 years old and still putting up numbers better than guys half his age. The man, look at his career stats. Look at his. See, Ichiro's a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure. Look at Albert's stats. I mean, top 10 hitters all time. I mean, the guy's the guy. The only question is, will he go unanimous or not? And he won't, because people forget how absolutely phenomenal he was during his time. Better than, and I'll tell you right now, and you guys can argue with me all you want, and I understand Mike Trout is a leadoff hitter, but Albert in his heyday and Trout in his heyday offensively, not even close. I would take Albert every day of the week and twice on Sunday over Trout. Albert was a beast beyond a once-in-a-generation beast. I mean, give me a break. That guy's just a monster. Guy's 817 years old. What did we have this argument about a couple weeks ago? He had 23 home runs and 90-something RBIs at an age when most guys are using a walker to get around. I mean, honestly, it's just amazing. It's amazing. And there's not a team in baseball that would go, oh, yeah, I'll take blindly. Say, oh, yeah, I'll take him. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad we hit those. Everything at the RIP party is such a blur for pulls. I should go back and rewatch it at some point. But pulling things, I'm glad Marie's happy, because when Marie's unhappy, everybody's unhappy. Is she there? She's not here, is she? Am I about to get the evil eye? I mean, the guy's at least 2 years older than he said, Albert, than he says, so. Shoot. Damn, they're just not hitting any autographs on silver packs at all. I haven't hit an autograph in a silver pack. 3 cases, something like that, which is embarrassing. Oh, gee, she's watching? Oh, great. This is my last break, guys. Thank you all. It's been fun breaking with you. I am done now. Marie's going to put a hit on me, and it'll probably be Mandy who fulfills it. So let me get this straight. I pull the Lux out at 300, okay. Oh, the one with the 300 on the back. Really, the advanced stat is going for $400 to $500? Oh, look at that, Dylan Cease autograph. Right when I complained about it, and there it is. So really, that advanced stat is going for $400 to $500 on eBay? Are people actually paying that much for it? If they are actually paying that much for it, I'm like, give it up, get it out. Because that price is not going to last a long time. I know I hold on to my Giants, but some of these guys. San Francisco. Wow, that is a great pull. You know what? I'm just going to say this. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to go back to breaking cards. I have to look over my shoulder now because I'm afraid of Marie. Tyler Beatty. Nico Horner. It's probably not 100,000. Honestly, it's up there in the tens of thousands, though. It is up there in the tens of thousands. Hunter Renfroe, but I don't think it's 100,000 yet. Really? Did somebody actually buy the SSP for that, or is that what someone's trying to sell it for? But I gotta tell you, Hip, my Joey Bart collection is a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. My Hunter Bishop, a thing of beauty, and I'm going long on Logan Wyatt, second rounder for the Giants. I don't know why, I have a feeling, so I've gone and I bought a crap ton. And when I say a crap ton, I mean a crap ton. I'm most of the way done with the rainbow. Plus, I think I have. Man, get that thing out. Summary to sell. My Joey Bart collection is beauteous. Is it? That's good. Oh, I picked up the Cozy Red from 2019 Topps Chrome today. Bought and paid for. I think that only leaves me one card that I need to complete the entire Team Rainbow. Black Fernandez out of 299. So I will have to see. I want to say it's Evan Longoria, but I'm going to have to look. And so that if it's Evan Longoria, that means I need Longoria in 2018, Gavin Lux, and 2019 to complete the rainbows. Yeah, you got me a Leaf. I know you got me a Leaf, like a proof. That was PSA 10, right? I have that one because I was just looking at that the other day. And something else. But I got a lot of. I did well at Bowman's Best with Joey Bart and Hunter Bishop. I did well with both of them. I have some Mauricio autos, which are good. I have a decent Giants collection for sure. Marte. That's the team that I think is going to be a better team than people expect, is the Arizona Diamondbacks. And in part because I think Hunter Pence will bring something to that. I mean, Hunter Pence. But Madison Bumgarner will bring something to that team. Oh, look at that. Roger Maris. Nice one for the Yankees. Roger Maris, SP. I think they ought to take Ted Williams. I think they ought to take the MVP voting out of the hands of the sports writers, and they need to put it back with the players. Let the players decide who is. I think if you would have asked me that question 2 years ago, I would say, without a doubt, a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think Posey needs to reestablish. He's been hurt. He had that hip surgery, and that's taken a lot out of him offensively. But you know, you gotta bounce back, and it's hard to bounce back on a rough team. You know what I'm saying? So I think he needs to. I seriously think he just needs to go to first base. Be a first baseman. Your offensive numbers will be there. You've already proven yourself defensively. So maybe he was the best player. I would argue their best player on those World Series teams was Bumgarner. And before anybody asks me about Yadier Molina, no, I do not believe Yadier Molina is a first ballot Hall of Famer at all. I think right now he is a Veterans Committee Hall of Famer. But he's only got a couple more years to really show he's back all the way. Do I think Buster Posey will eventually get in? Yeah, because of the World Series rings. 3 World Series rings in 5 years means something. And that 2010 is attributed to him. And certainly then when you get it in 12 and 14, I mean, that is such a rare feat to have happen. And to be seen as one of the catalysts for that happening, Marwin Gonzalez. I think he's a Hall of Famer. I don't know. They put any willy-nilly person in there now, don't they? Don't they just put everybody in the Hall of Fame? You know what? My problem with I'm going to tell you guys my problem. This is from me as a former reporter. My problem with steroids is there's been cheating going on in baseball for a long time. And I've said this to everybody before, and I will say it again. People were using amphetamines in the 50s heavily. Now, that is cheating, because if you were tired and you took speed, you took a little greenie, and it helped you leg out that hit, or it helped you get to that grounder that you would not have normally gotten to, you cheated. You cheated. And you're going to give me degrees of cheating? Well, I mean, what's worse, what Pete Rose did or what the Houston Astros did? I saw a tweet, I don't even know who it was from, saying put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame, and I agree with that. We take degrees of cheating, and there are guys who use that. There have been guys using steroids in this game since the 70s, heavily. I think you can make an argument that Mark McGwire without steroids would not have been the player that he was, would not have had the career that he had, and I can live with that argument. But you cannot say that about Barry. You can't say that about Barry. He was one of the greatest players in the game before that, and he certainly proved what a great talent can be enhanced, though he never tested positive. And so I think if you have anyone in the Hall of Fame who has ever cheated, You let them all in. And there are cheaters in the Hall of Fame. There are cheaters in the Hall of Fame right now. And a bunch of them. A bunch of them. A bunch of guys that used different types of performance enhancers to make their careers work. And, you know, yeah, there was kind of a conspiracy to get them out of the game. So that's my opinion on and Clemens too. Bonds and Clemens should be in the Hall of Fame right now. They should be in the Hall of Fame right now. Did they make mistakes? Yes. Did they do dumb things? Absolutely. Should we slap them on the hand a little bit for it? You bet we should. But we didn't slap the hand of Rickey Henderson. And I guarantee you 100% beyond the shadow of a doubt Rickey Henderson did steroids during his major league career. You're going to tell me Rickey Henderson played with Canseco McGuire and was clean the whole time? You're going to tell me that man played that deep into his career as well as he played and he was the one anomaly? No, come on. They're doing PEDs right now. These guys are cheating right now. They're just ahead of the curve. They get ahead of the curve, and then the science keeps moving it along so you can't detect it. And so it's going on right now. And I'll be honest with you, Major League Baseball did nothing about it. And when 80 to 90% of the players in the game were taking steroids, and you were if you were just an average player, what are you going to do? You're just going to say, nope, I'm not going to do it. That's the end of my Major League career. I'll see you later. No, you're not. You're going to do it too. They turned a blind eye to it. I mean, they let it go on with McGuire for years. People knew about it for years with Mark McGuire. So I think the whole cheating in baseball thing is so hugely overrated and silly. And silly. They cheat in football. They cheat in basketball. They cheat in baseball. They cheat in hockey. They cheat in every sport there is. Yeah, I mean, give me and you're gonna selectively Chris Bryant out of 299. You're gonna be selected because this is what I guarantee you as well. If Bonds were a beloved player and not a hated by the media player, he would have already been in. They'd have already justified it. If the media loved him, he's in. He's in, no doubt. He's in, no doubt, already. The guy was just better than everyone else, and that kind of what ticked everyone off too. Now there are rules against it. You get caught, you know, A-Rod. You know, I don't know. I just think for that time, you let all those guys in. You let all those guys in. And then when it became illegal, they do, Brandon, they do. Every team still signs. Now, do they do it to the extent that those teams did? Of course they didn't. Should there be some punishment? Yeah, but what punishment was there? I mean, honestly, guys, what punishment was there? You did not take away the World Series trophy. What punishment was there? There wasn't any real punishment because they still have their World Series trophy, and that's never going to change. That's never going to change. I mean, that, you know, a couple of guys got in trouble for it, but I mean, it just nothing really happened. Nothing really happened. And so this too shall pass. Oh, okay, this one's out of 300, so this one will be sleeved. This too shall pass. And they'll be stealing signs next year. Yeah, during that time it did, and baseball forgets that. Baseball was in trouble before Canseco and McGuire and Sammy Sosa. Remember that? Baseball was in trouble. And suddenly, it wasn't anymore. I agree with that, Robert. I think the Astros took it too far. I think the Red Sox took it too far. But you know what? Hide your signals. Hide your signs better. Hide your signs better. Go sit in the dugout next to your catcher. Put your hand over your mouth and say, okay, this is the order that we're going to do these things in. You're professionals. You let people do that, and then you're going to, don't whine and cry about it. Don't be a baby. Don't be a baby. Because it didn't work too well for the Astros because they sure as heck didn't win the World Series last year, did they? Did they win it in 2018? I don't think so. So it worked one time, it worked for them, and two times it did not. So what does that tell you? certainly not foolproof. I believe in beaning a player if they need it. I believe it. I believe we let the game of baseball be the game of baseball. Let the players meter out the justice that they feel is deserved, and it will be fair. Someone getting hit in the butt for something else happening, no one, it's not that big of a deal. But we just have to spend so much time overdoing it all, getting in everybody's business and making sure, speed up the game and do this. Pete Alonso. And this one's actually looks gamey. Look at that. Yeah, I like the old style of baseball. What was the matter with the baseball in the 50s? What was the matter with baseball in the 60s? What was the matter with baseball? Well, 70s maybe. What was the matter with baseball in the 70s? Absolutely nothing. The 80s, absolutely nothing. And then now all of a sudden we want to change the game? Give me a break. Leave the game alone. Go change football. They made football boring. No one even knows what a penalty is in football anymore. How do you watch a game? Was it a catch? Is it a catch? Who knows if it's a catch? Hippler, I forgot that about you, that you're an instigator with me. Oh, look at that. We'll put a Dustin May gold. We'll put a sleeve on Dustin May. That's one of the things I like about you. You're instigator. You're exactly right, Joey. You are 100% right. They pick and choose. So, whatever. Whatever. Let the players handle it. You have rules in place against steroids. If you get caught now, you get what you get. If you're a cheater, you get it. But now with all sports, you can't make everything so safe that every little child could run in there and do it. It's just not possible. You can't level the playing field because there are athletes who are better than others. You know, you gotta let things play out the way they have to play out. You can't control everything. You get rid of umpires, you take away a big part of the game, because their mistakes are part of what makes the game great. Good or bad, right or wrong. It feels like something. Feels a little fatter. I want to get a back to the topic of baseball cards. I would like to get a superfractor, one of these. Oh, ooh, look at that lineup there. Bo Bichette, Mike Trout, DeGrom, and Ken Griffey Jr. There's some MVPs and some Cy Youngs in there. A lot of potential. I don't know. Don't change baseball. Don't change baseball. Let it be the way that it is. I listen to people, you shouldn't hit anybody. You know what? These people who are talking that crap never played a game of baseball in their life. They were never taunted. They never had a bat flip when they threw a pitch. These guys don't understand that. It's always the people who don't understand and don't play the game that want to change the game. Shut up. Just go sit down somewhere. Go change the rules of tiddlywinks or canasta or something that your ignorant butts play. Stop trying to change something you've never played in your life. Yes, but I write about it. So what? You write about it. Give me a break. You can't play it. So you cannot have a good understanding of what happens on that field unless you can walk out on that field and do what those professional baseball players do. You can't. You can't. Even as a little leaguer, you understand how frustrating it is if somebody flips a bat or, shows you up in some way. As a little leaguer, you knew that. So whatever. Bozos always want to change everything. Let's make it fair for everyone. Give me a break with your fair for everyone. Life isn't fair for everyone. If life were fair, would my Giants suck right now? No. No. They would have won the World Series last year, and right now I'd be rubbing it in Brandon Ridley's face. But life isn't fair. And my Giants suck. And the Dodgers still can't win the World Series. What are we gonna do now? We're gonna make baseball cards fair. We're gonna make every pack. We're gonna have to make sure that the breakers now. Okay, everyone who bought in gets one hit. Everyone gets a hit. It has to be the same, so everyone gets a 1 of 1. All right, 1 of 1 for everyone. I mean, I'd love that. That'd be fantastic. But that ain't the way that it is. That's not the way anything is. I think we're dumb about the wrong things. Trevor Bauer released? Like released? What does released mean? Like he's upset? Hey, I wish I could get you guys a hit every pack. We'd be the most popular breaker there is. Right? Yadier Molina, speak of the Yachty. I hear all the time, you hate Yachty, you hate Yachty. I don't hate Yachty. I think Manfred is an idiot. I think the changes that they want to make in baseball are idiotic. I agree with that. Leave baseball alone. That dude never played. Did Manfred ever play a game of baseball in his life? He probably played cricket. Get your cricket playing butt out of here. Put somebody who's played the baseball in the game. And I'm just going to say this. I know this might tick a few people off because it probably already has. But it's like people complaining when the Giants hired the female coach. Shut up. What is her role? You don't even know her role. People were complaining, don't even know what she was doing. Oh, my Lord, there's a woman in baseball. Shut up. So what? So what? Maybe her role is handling nutrition. They just decided they wanted to call her coach. More power to them. So what? We cry and whine and complain about the wrong things. We need to start complaining about the right things, like my Giants sucking. Like my Giants sucking. That's the right thing to complain about. I was thinking about that today as I was sorting cards and we were shipping things. Javier Baez. What teams could females comfortably coach in professionally? And I think the first female professional of the big four sports is going to be basketball. Because I agree with your statement, Brandon. If you're knowledgeable enough to do it, more power to you. I think football will be the last, if ever. But there's a lot of very knowledgeable women about the sport of baseball. Now, I think there are limitations, and we cannot change things. I mean, it has to be fair. If you're unhappy with a male coach, and you should not be afraid to say something about it if it's a female coach. But as long as the playing field is level, I would hire a female who, if she knew the game, heck yeah. She could help my team win. You're hired. You're hired, sister. I don't care. I don't care, male, female, old, young. I don't care what your race, your religion, your national origin, the color of your skin. If I'm an owner and you can help me win, I'm hiring you. But basketball, there are a lot of very smart, a lot of very intelligent women who have a lot of good basketball knowledge who are starting to finally get their props, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think anyone should be hired based on their gender. I think that's silly. But I don't think anyone should be shut out because of that either. I think that's also silly. Wow, Nate Lowe Black, Tampa Bay Rays, Brandon Hippler. Out of prison and back in our hearts, Brandon Hippler gets an autograph. Nate Lowe out of 199. You know what? Here's my problem, Joey, with Yachty. Yachty said shortly after they let Albert go, either you pay me what I want or I'm leaving. He didn't stick with the Cardinals. He strong-armed him. You pay me what I want or I'm leaving. And the Cardinals paid him. You know, again, I like longevity in a player, but, you know, you didn't give your team a hometown discount to stay. You know? I think Ted Simmons was a better catcher. But you didn't give your team a hometown discount to stay. Joey Votto blue. Well, you've been gone for a long time, Hip. So you know that happens. You get you've been gone for a long time. And again, I'm not saying anything about Yadier Molina bad. I think Yadier Molina is a fine catcher. I think he does an outstanding job defensively. I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think Ted Simmons was a better catcher, and look how long it took Ted Simmons to get into the Hall of Fame. So, you know, it is what it is. And you know what's so great about all of this is that everyone in this room can disagree with me completely, and we will all still have fun opening the packs, opening the boxes. Because here at Restlesscraft Breakers, everyone except for Brandon Ridley's opinion is valid. Everyone except for Ridley is valid. And we respect your opinion, and we respect your right to agree or disagree, even if you're a Dodger fan. And that just shows you how benevolent we are here at Restlesscraft Breakers, that we even accept lowly Dodger fans in our midst. Lowly Dodger. Ooh, this one feels thick. I forgot about last one, right? And it sucked. So while I might respectfully disagree with you on some points, I will never disrespectfully disagree with you, and I think that's important. Because everyone's opinion counts, as it should. Except for Brandon Ridley. I forgot to add that part. His opinion means nothing unless he sends me more Giants cards. Then his opinion is very important to what we do around here. So halfway through the case, we have two autos. We don't have any SSPs yet. We haven't really had any big color, so I'm a little nonplussed so far. Segura. Our first case, that is true, Brandon. You don't. I'm glad you do, though. I'm glad you do. Well, Luzardo's pretty good. Pretty good. Murphy, I think Luzardo's going to be a good player. Yordan Alvarez. So you guys see the stacks down here. I know Facebook already knows this, and I forget sometimes with eBay. Ooh, that you see a couple of stacks. One I've top loaded, and then the other stack, which will be sleeved. Which will be sleeved. So all the rookies that I'm pulling out, the Nico Horners and the Aquinos and the Alvarez and Lux, they're all going to be sleeved. Most hype player that will be a bust. Ooh, what a great question. Hyped player that will be a bust. I think, and I don't mean this the way that it sounds, because this is going to come out wrong, and I just think he will be oft injured and never reach his full potential, is Tatis Jr. Don Mattingly, look at that. Joey Bart. It very well may be Joey Bart, Brandon, but I'm not going to say Joey Bart. That was a good one. I think of the current guys, Tatis, I think, has the most potential to be injured a lot. Yeah, you don't have to eat a lot of crow. Jody does suck. I know. I'll just take it. Everyone can come on and make fun of Joey Bart, and I'll just shake my head quietly to myself and boot one or two of you, but then shake my head quietly to myself. I think if I were going to pick one current player, that would be the one current player that I would pick. If I had to pick one draft pick, one minor league guy that I think will be is let me go back. Wander Franco keeps jumping out of my mind, but that seems like a terrible thing to say because he's so young. There's some guys with cards that I don't understand why they sell for what they sell for. So I don't know. That's a good question. But I will pick Tatis only because I believe he will be injured a lot, because he's so spectacular, so athletic, so, you know what I'm saying, dives for everything. He's such a hard playing kind of guy that he will be hurt a lot. I can't even put you in timeout because you're a moderator, Ridley. Doggone you. I'd have to take away your moderator wrench and then put you in timeout and then give it back to you when the timeout was up, and it's just too much work. Alex Bregman Blue. It's just too much work. Might be Joey Bart, because you know Joey Bart, every time he turns around he gets a broken something. So it could be Joey Bart. I'll tell you the other one that I'm Las Vegas. I think if you put two teams, we were talking about this the other day. I think you could put a team in, I mean, clearly Vegas, and I would like them to put a team like Nashville, something like that. Vegas and Nashville, you know, like the Tennessee something. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of neat. And then I think that'd be fun.
Tennessee Pickers. Totally dumb.
Wouldn't that be? No, you don't think so, Robert? You don't think that'd be good? Vegas, I think, is a Nashville, but I don't think California. Honestly, if I were Oakland, I would leave and go up by Sacramento. I'd be the Sacramento A's. They would build them a stadium. I think they would draw. They'd pack that out all the time. Or South Carolina, maybe. You know, there may... Uh-oh, I think we got an autograph coming. Come on, big auto. There may be enough people down... Probably not in Oklahoma City. I'm trying to think who has NBA teams. But Nashville, you know. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see if it's a big auto. Good luck. Let's see what color it is. It's white. Darn it. Is it the 85? It is 85. It is Texas Rangers, Brock Burke. Brandon Hippler strikes again. I don't even know. There's a guy that we pulled yesterday that I honestly have never heard of. Pitcher for the Orioles is in this product. I'm like, what on earth? Where is that guy? I haven't even seen any cards with that guy. The net said the Tennessee Pickers, but I mean the visual would be wrong. The visual would be wrong because on their uniform would be some old dude, you know, picking the underwear out of his butt, and the visual would be wrong for the team. It'd send the wrong signal to the kids. The Tennessee Pickers. The state that I don't understand is Florida. I don't understand how baseball down in there is so awful.
Too beautiful. There's too many things to do.
Too awful. I mean, those teams should be packed out all the time. I think they ought to move those two teams. Cody Bellinger. If I would, I'd move them. I would love to see Major League Baseball and all the other, you know, the Korean League, and there's an Australian League, and the Japanese hold a World Series, You know what I'm saying? That would be fun. I know we kind of have that already, that thing every 4 years.
The World Cup. No.
Puerto Rico, that might not be bad. I'd love to see it in Tennessee. I think Tennessee's a good market. There's a lot of people there. There's too much volatility in Latin America, I think, right now. If things settle down, if they stabilize, I think that would be good. Really? That's kind of cool. Well, we get a lot of Puerto Rican players. I'd like to go to Puerto Rico. I think that would be fun. They should put a team in Hawaii. Force teams to fly all the way there. That'd have been a good auto. Call themselves the Hawaiian Islanders. That'd be fun. I'd go play for the Hawaiian Islanders if I was young. I think the first thing MLB needs to do is do a better job of promoting baseball in America. Young kids are choosing other sports other than baseball, and that shouldn't be happening. You know, we should be doing a better job of outreach all over here, and you know, really trying to do a better job with the talent pool. Vladdy Daddy. 3 autos, so we've had one more auto than we had last night, which is good, but the autos have not been what I would call spectacular. The SPs have been okay, not what I would call spectacular. Oh, really? See, then good for him, because that makes a lot of sense. We should be worried about here. Baseball should be the premier game in America. Well, you can't call it after the TV show. Maybe the Alaskan Crabbers would be fun. The Alaskan Icebergs. Hey, look at that. The Moose. If there were a city, now here's a question for you guys. If there were a city that currently has a baseball team that you would add a second team, or in the case of LA and New York, add a third team, what city would that be? What city would that be? Dodgers. I've thought about that. Where could you add a second or third team? And I have kind of come to the conclusion that it would have to be in the New England states, in that area. Like another team in Boston or something like that. That's what I think. Atlanta? Maybe Atlanta, that might be good. Texas, huh? Do they draw heavy in Texas now? And what city? I mean, if you're just going to say that, you could put it in California. I mean, what city would it be? Would it be Dallas, Fort Worth, or would it be down in Houston?
Austin Hurricanes.
You could put a team down in Arkansas and call them the Inbreeders. Is that too far? Is that going too far, maybe? No? Yeah? I like Atlanta. Dallas. Yeah, I can see Dallas. No one likes the Arkansas Inbreeders? No? Okay. So what do we got coming up? What's fun that's coming up? I have 2 cases of Leaf Ultimate Baseball. We're going to break one tomorrow. Scherzer Gold in the Facebook group. And then, oh geez, that's a rough one there, Hippler. The Alabama Sister Lovers. I'm not sure.
What's that be, Utah?
I'm not sure how that would go over. Now Utah, that's an interesting place, maybe. That's Alabama. I don't know. Utah might be an interesting place for a Major League Baseball team. So, so we have that, and then maybe I will see after we get done with that break, because that'll sell out fast, and that break will take us a half an hour because it's 72 autos, and then maybe we list another jumbo in the Facebook group and break another jumbo before tomorrow night's eBay break. What do you think about that? Anyone? Anyone? Someone? Anyone? Anyone? No one? Okay. I lost the Facebook group. I mean, we're selling out breaks in less than 10 minutes. If they brought back the St. Louis Browns, I would go watch the Browns games. Mark McGuire. For a state that had a city that had an American League ball club, you sure don't see a lot of Anthony Rizzo. A lot of memorabilia around for the Browns. I find that a little odd, because I look for it when we go places. Oh, geez, you're working at 4? Yeah, we had to. Well, I mean, it would be probably 6 though, Rob. Are you available by 6 Central? Because if we did if I do the other one, we're going to do the other one at 4, and then we'll do the jumbo at 6. What's up, Aaron? So we would do the other jumbo at 6, and then we'd have the eBay at what's tomorrow? Thursday, 10. Again, I think Cuba's a country that really needs to deal with all their internal stuff before they worry about a baseball team. But they definitely put out some good baseball players, don't they? Except Puig. Who's probably going to end up being a Giant.
No, they think they could do that?
Yeah, they're not going to sign him. I would have a hard time believing that. I hope they did. Oh, I see. Okay. You work from home? Me too. Do we do the same thing? I sit around on the interweb all day long. The Nashville Sound. That would be a good Major League Baseball team name. The Nashville Opries. So it's agreed. We will put a Major League Baseball team in Cincinnati. Brandon Ridley, take notes. We will send our findings to Major League Baseball. Bah. I'll tell you, and I'm going to say this with all honesty about breaking, it is fun on the front end. The back end, in order to keep up with it, is just straight grinded out work. I mean, we had the 2 case breaks we did yesterday, and we ship everything. So you got to break it down, you got to package it, then you got to ship it all. And it is just straight. I love Series 1. I do, but I will be happy when we're done with Series 1. One of my favorite cards. I think the white jersey against the background tops did a good job of that card. I don't see a problem with that myself. Put it in the pitcher's ear, and put something in the catcher's ear, and maybe they use some kind of signal. Maybe they, you know what I'm saying? Do that instead of. Or they call the pitch from the dugout, you know. Ooh, there he is again. Looks good in black too. Winker. I love sorting them. Don't get me wrong. But when you're sorting, 6,000 cards a day, it is not always as fun as you want. Sorting that 1,000,000 card rip party was work. I mean, it really did take 4 of us 66 hours total to sort that and package it, and then 16 hours for 3 of us, 3.5, to ship it. So it was, I'm telling you, it was. I'd do it again tomorrow, but it was work. Dune, what's the box for hobby going for? What's a hobby box going at? I'll be honest with you, Mandy, I don't know the answer to that question. I was at a show this weekend, and they were going for $65, I think. 65, and then jumbos were going like $135. I believe. something like that. 65, so yeah, in that range. I tell you right now, they secondary market, it's already gone. Whit Merrifield, nice. That's a good one. That's one you don't see often. I like that one. And barring something major happening, we aren't going to get any more Series 1. It's already the prices are already climbing beyond what, you know, when you gotta raise prices in order to break it, then I'm kind of the mind that we'll find something else. Let's see. Sean Jelly Gold Refractor runs in 14 minutes. Is it autographed? It's not autographed. Do I want a Sean Jelly Gold? It's not a gold wave, it's just a straight gold. Not auto, huh? I like it. Austin Meadows. Yeah, we've had SPs. We haven't had an SSP yet. Not that I have seen. Good last name for a breaker, by the way, there, Tyler. I will offer you that much. That's all I'm going to offer you. Are you guys just looking for boxes, Mandy? Because I have coming in, and it probably won't be here until, what is today, Wednesday? It might be here Saturday. I think I have 6 extra boxes coming. If you guys want to, you want to know about that. That I don't have any plans for. Sounds like to me like a reason to move to Florida. Annette would go.
Oh yeah.
Mandy, we'll move to Florida. We'll open a card shop together.
And I'll plant shop.
We'll call it Mandoon's Cards and I don't know. That sounds like a dumb name. Never mind. What is this? Yelich Gold. 40 out of 50. Milwaukee. For the Brewers, Yelich Gold. I'm really surprised you guys don't have one in your area. Do you know? I thought there was. Might not be close to you guys, so it's the thing. Aquino. Are you keeping up in that?
Huh?
Are you keeping up with me? Man. Honestly, no one sorts faster than my wife. She can keep up with me while I'm breaking and have the cards sorted. She sorts way faster than I do. I'm not the fastest sorter in the world. Oh, Joey. That's painful. Dunes Dodgers card shop. I had a shop when I was growing up. It was called Dunes Dugout when I was much younger. And I'd love to go back to Dunes Dugout. I love that name. But Dodgers. Joey, that's just painful. Oh, there was, huh? You know, the good thing about a card shop is breaking will carry that. Though I gotta tell you, man, I sure did like Texas. Anthony Rizzo. I sure did like Texas. I sure did like the food in Florida, though, too. But I like the food in Texas. I don't like the food in St. Louis. It's just very blah. We always had good food in California. James Dodger card shop.
It'd be a losing card shop for sure.
Yeah, my wife's right. We'd be a good card shop, but we'd never be great. Because no matter what happened, we could just never quite get over, you know, we could never just quite win it all like we should. We'd always get there, and we'd look like we were going to be successful and great things were going to happen for us, and then it would be like, oh, crap. Tommy Pham. Where's a, there you go. That's the name right there, Hippler. I imagine we'd have to put Restlesscraft Breakers in there somewhere, right? RCB card shop. Magic. Go play a game. Go outside and play a game. What part of the country are you from, Tyler? Really is a good breaker's name. Tyler Pulling Breaks. Tyler Pulling Hits. That's what I'd call it.
I would just call it pulling hits.
That's it. Pulling hits. Come on, deep color. Man, we have the oh, such a tease with all those things. No SSP yet. No, we haven't hit the. In every case, we've hit a at least one vintage stock. We haven't hit that yet. And in the first every case we opened up until last night, we had a camo. Acetates are hard pulls, but we one in every 5 cases or so, but that's always a possibility. But then once we get past tops, then Series 1, then we're rolling. It's Heritage at the end of the month. And Heritage is black border, so that's going to be a fun one. Dominic Smith. I think you might be right, Joey. I think you might be right. I am fortunate in that I have a really good card shop right within 2 minutes of the house, and then there's another one that just moved from another city, and they're a decent card shop. I've been there a few times. I haven't been thrilled, but they're closer. And then the city next to us also has a card shop. He's mostly into gaming, but he does have cards and stuff there. And what pitcher has the most wins this year? I was going to say Walker Buehler. you know, but you'd be hard pressed not to, I think, in my mind, also pick Cole. But there's some other guys that are pretty good. Who's the, I think it's the Indians that have a pitcher that is pretty good. Am I thinking of the right one? I can't think of the name. Bieber, right? Isn't Bieber an Indian? He's supposedly a pretty good pitcher. Mike Trout. Yeah, Flaherty. That's another good pick. That's a good pick. What do you mean by get into breaking? Start breaking yourself or buying into breaks, Tyler? Because one at this point is much easier than the other. Flaherty, that's a good pick. That really is a good pick. But if the Cardinals are only an 85-game winner, like they're projected to be, it's going to be hard for him. Sean Murphy, I think that's an SP.
When's he up for his contract?
This is an 84. Who?
Flaherty.
I don't know.
Because he's rumored he's not too happy with the Cardinals.
Really?
With the way that they did something his first year, or what they signed him for or something. He wasn't happy with it. He took it, he dealt with it, but he probably won't return to the Cardinals, which means this is his last year in the contract. He might tear it up.
Yep, Market Baseball Plus. And then the RBI crew moved over off of, what's the name of that street, Matt?
Salt Lake?
Salt Lake Road in St. Peter. And then Dane, there's the collector's store. He does a lot of sports as well. Mark's a good guy at Baseball Plus, though. Milwaukee Brewers gold. Does Ned have a favorite player? It's whatever player I tell her is her favorite. Take that. If I tell her that some players are favorite, that's the way that it is in this house. How you like them apples? I don't know if she has. Do you have a favorite player, Nat? She said no. Whatever player I tell her is fine. And her life is good. Well, since I usually wear shorts, you might be right. You know, rarely for the entire rip party, we only had one-ish non-payer. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. And you can tell every once in a while that someone is. So you don't have that problem on Facebook at all, which is why I like Facebook. But for the most part, for eBay, everyone's been very consistent. Tough market to get into now. I can tell you that right now, Tyler, because there's not a distributor out there you can get product from on a regular basis. So impossible, no, but more improbable, yeah. And I'll be honest about that. I mean, you'd be running full secondary market to try to get your product. So oh, really? Yeah, Mark's a good people. I like Mark. RBI crew used to be in Florissant, and they've moved to St. Peter's. Man. We need some improvement here. We need some improvement. Especially after that jumbo we had today. My lord. But I'll tell you this, Tyler, the only way to do it is to jump in. Yeah, you know, but you gotta start somewhere, right? I mean, you gotta dive in and see what happens. And I think the baseball cards are strong enough that you're gonna have people who are gonna give it a shot. And I say, really, I won that card for $2. Look at this, guys. I'm very happy about this. This is Sean Jelly. He's where's our photo at? Is there a photo? There's not a photo? Let's go back. Oh, darn it. They got Mandy up there. There it is. Let's skip. But anyway, there it is. Sean Jelly Gold. Straight gold refractor. Come on, open up. Look at that. $2. 36 out of 50. I mean, I realize it's not autographed or anything, but still $2. I'm down. Puppy's got to go out. Let's pay it. Every once in a while, eBay is like, yeah. eBay. Thank you very much. I'll take that, Jelly. All right, 3 boxes left. Come on, we need some improvement. We're okay, but I don't like okay. You know, the thing now is if you're not locked in with the distributor, forget it. And you know, opening a card shop with Topps, you've got to be open for a year, and then I think wait a year before you can get in. So it's like a 2-year thing before you can start buying with them, and then you're at minimums, and you know, it's hard. We made it in and just under the wire, and when I mean just under the wire, I mean just under the wire. Yeah, Tyler, that is absolutely the best part of this for me. Is we never started this chasing a buck. That's not why we started doing this. And I literally, honestly, guys, started this so I could get more Giants cards. That's the reason I'm breaking. And that's the reason I will keep breaking. And it has grown. I've gotten to know so many people, you know, and made so many friends. Oh, look at that. Like Brandon Crawford Black. That now I look forward to that more than I look forward to opening the box of cards, you know. But the camaraderie for sure is the most fun. Yeah, by a long shot. And I say it every day, but there's a growing number of people that I speak with daily. I mean, it's probably 6-8 people that you know, Mandy and I communicate in some form about every single day. You know, Brandon Ridley's always sending me nasty emails about how much he hates me a couple times a week. And that is definitely the most fun part for me is hanging out and, you know, talking to everybody. And now Hippler's back in a limited role, so that's good. Shohei. We'll take Hippler in a limited role. And we're not, and I never intended, nor will we ever be, a high volume breaker, just because you can't be what I want to be and break 7 cases a night. Me too, Jared. That was a good one, man. You know, we always have fun when you're around, Hip. Always have fun when you're around. You know, I just don't want to be the guy that just sits here and just tears through a case in 45 minutes and You know, peace out. We'll see you in 15 minutes for the next break. Peace out. See you in half an hour for the next break. I don't want to be that guy. That to me is not fun. And that's not a criticism of any other breaker. I respect how they want to handle their business. They're clearly, it is the way that they have done well doing it, and you know, more power to them. But it's just not me. I'm just more of a 15 case a week kind of a guy. You know what I'm saying? 10 on Facebook, maybe 5 on eBay, and enjoy the conversation. Toro, we'll put a sleeve on him, and have time to still have a life, you know? Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that. You should join our Facebook group. A lot of good people in there. It is a good thing to be a part of. We do lots of breaks there as well. We also like to have a good time. So it's a lot of fun. But come back and hang out with us anytime you want. I don't care if you buy in or not. Everyone's welcome to come and shoot the breeze. The only rules I have is we keep it clean. And did you already join the group? We keep it clean here, which is one of the important things I like. Because let's see. Somebody just joined, so that's good. Negative. We have not pulled a baseball commissioner yet. I don't want to. Give me another polar bear. Give me the trout reverse negative. Don't give me the commissioner. I don't want the commissioner. Because it's a hassle, right? Who's the commissioner going to go to? We're going to have to random off the commissioner, and it's not like it's a silver ticket. Oh, look at that! That's nice. There's a nice one there, a Kino SP. And that's what we're looking for in hobby. I mean, what are you looking for in hobby? You're looking for color. You're going to get it too. We did pull a polar bear. We pulled Saturday. We pulled one. Saturday? Whatever day that was. We pulled one couple nights ago. Sunday? I don't know. Well, we did pull the polar bear. I mean, that's what you're looking for from hobby. We're looking for SPs. We're looking for color. 2 autos, 3 autos. I think in one case we had 4, and that's the most we've had so far in for autos. We had 4 plus 1 in the silver packs, and I think we're at 3 plus 1 now. Yeah, Mark got that, right? Mark, that was you, right? I think Mark got the polar bear. Is somebody angering the German Shepherd? Uh-oh, look at this. Speaking of Jack Flaherty. Sweet. Sweet little patch card of Blackjack. 5 out of 99 postseason. For half a second I thought it was autographed, so it's not as sweet as I originally thought. But it's still sweet. 5 out of 99. St. Louis Cardinals. Blackjack. 58 out of 99. 58 out of 99. We might make it through this case in close to 2 hours. That'd be a miracle. That one's going to have to be randomed off. We do our randoms a quick and painless way. A roll of the dice. So if it's an odd, it's going to go left, and that is Minnesota Twins. If it's even, it's going to go right, and it's Detroit. 2. So it's even. This is going to go, oops, to the Tigers. T-I-double-G-R. Peralta. Shohei. I think Shohei has to prove something in the next year or two. He hasn't proven a lot to me. Except that he can be hurt a lot. I don't understand the Tops Now inserts at all. Come on, deep color. Nico. Box 11. Yeah, those things. That's the risk you run with that. I mean, you're paying for potential that the odds of it being there are ridiculously long. Ridiculously long. $15 large. I could. Pete. Oh. Such a sweet auto that would have been, huh? Got it. Maybe I need to make my logo a little smaller over there, huh? One sec for me, guys. Joey, welcome to the Facebook group. Tyler, I'll have you in here in a sec. Yankees fan. Can never have too many Yankees fans. And you are in. All right. There hasn't been a medallion yet. Generally, I have not. Have I seen a medallion? No. I've only seen in the hobby the oversized patch. I haven't seen a medallion, I don't believe, in any hobby that we've opened. Only in Jumbo. And Jumbo you usually get 3 or 4 of them. But if you have any questions about anything in the Facebook group, holler. We also have a buy-sell trade that's worth joining. Buy-sell trade, people share lots of information in there. Hits. Those kind of things, you bet, Joe. So I would join that. There's a link at the top of the rules, and if you the rules are at the top of the page, and there's a link in there. That's what I'm trying to say. Buy Sell Trade has a couple hundred people in it, so it's not huge, but it's getting there. Mandy runs the Buy Sell Trade group. Mike Trout, so I don't have to do it. We need a 1 of 1, don't we? Is it just me? We need a big something. We pulled that $400 Gavin Lux yesterday, and that was a good card. Ricky Henderson. Somebody here? Oh, Gary Sanchez. Somebody here?
No, it's just me.
What happened? Where'd Ian go? Who are you talking to up there?
Yeah.
Oh, you and Ian? Why is she barking? Her and the dogs? Her and the puppies?
They were all barking, yeah.
Oh. The little monkeys having a monkey fest? Put him up there with Oliver. Let him torture him for a while. Huh?
Oliver pooping.
I know, that's why you put it up there with him when he's sleeping. Torture him a little bit. We've had at least one SSP in every case, and we've had 2 a couple of times in hobby. So I'm still confident that we will get an SSP and a camo, though I'm less confident about the camo, I think, than I am about the SSP. There's our Garrett Cole SP. At least one of those per case. Not as many as the Vlad Guerrero. Remember the Vlad Guerrero? Series 2? Like 6 per case. So it's like a normal unnumbered rookie card. Mike Trout. Tyler Beatty. Chris Paddock. Foil. Tatis. Chris Carpenter. Building my Instagram. Okay. I have 500 and something followers. Don't I? I think. Joey Gallo. That's not good? Your dog's cuter. What do you want? Ah. Altuve. Tyler Gold. Nothing wrong with gold. I like gold. Man. Buster. Kevin Biggio. Future Stars Gold. Bichette. Really? All right, guys, last box mojo. We need some last box mojo. So let's hear it. Last box mojo. Last box mojo. Hippler wants last box Wade Boggs mojo. Nico Horner. Man, these things are just brutal on us. He's in this one, right? Tommy Edman. I don't believe we hit an SSP yet. We have not hit a camo yet. Mikolas Black. Have we hit anything below the Independence Day color yet? I don't think we have. Well, these are out of 69, but I mean out of 50s? I don't know that we have. Man. We need some mojo. He's in quite a few products. This isn't right. This is just at 69. Out the way there, razor blade. What did I forget? And why some things keep getting set aside. Gavin Lutz. John Lester foil. There's Aquino. Kikuchi, Ichiro SP. Ichiro SP. A-Rod. Yes, I believe he would have. I think if Ichiro would have started as a major leaguer, he would have. He would have. Buster Posey. Man. Bo, man, we got a lot of rookies, which is good. Gavin Lux, Decade Next. Soroka, Decade Next Blue. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't do a lot of retail, so I don't know. I don't know. Max Kepler. Last stack Mojo. There's Spawn. Shoot. Nolan Arenado. Black. Out of 199. Come on. Daggone. Future Stars, Nick Senzel. Man. Well, let's be honest about it. This case is a little rough. This case was a little rough. Man, oh man. Alright, here's our stack of things that we're going to sleeve. Let's do a recap. Maybe my mind will be changed as I'm looking through here. You go there, you go there, you go there, you go there. Autograph, autograph, you go there. There, Roger Maris. Shatton. 4 autos. So only one, really, one color and one auto out of the silver packs. Aaron Judge. We had the Bo Bichette foil. The Major League Materials. George Springer, Rizzo, Sanchez out of 199, Nick Senzel, and Jose Altuve. The Game Used memorabilia, Chris Bryant, Pete Alonso, and 2 color Nolan Arenado out of 199. Want this other patch, which is kind of cool. Uh-oh, did I pause myself? I paused myself on accident. Out of 99. Then we had only 3. The color was not great. Winkler and Mikolas out of 69. And then Gary Sanchez out of 76. We had the 2 golds, Yelich and Ty Cobb. So I don't think we got, let's see if we got a Ichiro's not. Who might be? Roger Maris. Garrett Cole, Tatis. Roger Maris is not, but Roger Maris. Molina Mattingly is not. Whit Merrifield is not. Oops. Aquino Murphy. Nope. Garrett Cole number 2, and then Ichiro for the SPs. And then 4 autos. Burke, Nate Lowe, Trent Grisham, and Dylan Cease. Tough case, guys. I'm sorry. I always hate when it happens that way. I was hoping we'd have, based on our jumbo, some serious mojo rollover, but I guess not. All right, we'll get these all sorted, wrapped up, and shipped out. You guys all have a fantastic night. It was great hanging out, chatting with you. Thank you to those who joined the Facebook group. You guys all have a fantastic night, and we will talk to you soon.